OK, our first match today is England's warm-up friendly against Slovenia on Saturday. Of course, the big one is against Croatia. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. Because it's a friendly, Steve, how does that affect the betting?
Well, there's just a small amount of doubt that wouldn't be there if it was a qualifier. It's as simple as that. I mean, you know, Jace, I know, we played in friendlies. They don't work, do they? They just don't happen. I mean, England have taken their friendlies very, very seriously, and the way that Capello has approached the games is approached them in a forthright manner, a serious manner. But you can't help thinking with the biggest qualifying game that will actually see them through 4 days later. It's a tough one to call. We've got a few injuries. It's going to be tough to see which way he's going to go with regards to who he's going to pick. I'm not sure we need to go all in on this one just at this stage. I think this is a watching brief. I think this is one of those where, yes, there are some decent bets, and we've picked a couple out on this at this stage, but let's have a look at the teams as well. Because also, we've got to do a little bit of homework on Slovenia as well. They're in the same position as England. They've got a big qualifier coming up, so it'll be interesting to see the side they put out as well. OK, so we've got injuries. I think JT might be missing. Wes Brown, I think, has picked up a knock. How's that change your betting? Because what do you expect the back four to be? It's all about the back four and the keeper, isn't it? At this stage, it's not about the forwards. I'll be interested to see. I don't want to see Steven Gerrard play left-sided midfield. I want to see a left winger play out there. Somebody who's going to give us some width.
Would you rest any of the other players? I mean, did Frank?
Personally, I don't think they need to play. We saw the game in Germany when he rested 6 or 7 of primarily the first team players. They went to Germany and beat Germany on their own patch. We have a big enough squad. We've got enough depth, contrary to what people believe, to go and see this game off and see it comfortably. I think it's a great opportunity for him to learn a little bit. You know as well as I do, the Lampards and the Gerrards of this world.
You know what they can do. You know what they can do.
And in these type of games...
And if they got injured, Steve, I mean, imagine...
Exactly. And Slovenia at home in a friendly isn't exactly floating their boat, whereas, keep them back, keep the powder dry. For the Croatia game, it's no problem. And a little bit of rest wouldn't do them any harm either, because already we've had a flood of games, haven't we? Yeah. So I don't see a problem with this game. I think it is a watching brief. But we've picked out a couple of early bets, and I'm pretty secure in what we've done here. OK, what's your bets? Right, the bets for our we're going to go for... Just going to pick out one here, because obviously the straights are very, very short. There's nothing on the straights with any real value, and we can't have Slovenia on the Asian market. Right. So we're going to go more goals in the second half than first half.
Well, England scored a lot of goals in the second half under Capello.
Absolutely, massive amount of goals we've seen. And there will be changes. I think you made a very good point when we were previewing this game. England's change-around side, England's side that comes in second half will be probably a lot stronger than the one that Slovenia produced. Yes. So the 5 or 6 changes for England, if there are, will be stronger than the 5 or 6 changes for Slovenia. So we're going second half goals at 11 to 10. Good price, Jace. This will be a lot closer first half. People are fresh, you know what it's like. They can get about, can't they? They'll shut England down. Second half, the game will open up. The second bet will be... It will be the time of the last goal. We've seen England score, as you say, not only goals in the second half, but goals late in games.
Because England's, as we said, second half side will be stronger than Slovenia's second half side.
Yeah, and the game will certainly start to open up. People will start to take their foot off the gas. You know what it's like? Yeah. That all of a sudden your mind will be wandering. We'll make sure that how do I feel? I don't want to get injured. I don't want to, I want to keep myself fresh for the game. So people's minds will wander, concentration lapses. We're going for 78 to 90 minutes. Time of the last goal, 5 to 6. Also, you're going to have probably a little bit of injury time.
Well, so it could be 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're probably going to have 78 to 90, 15 minutes to score their last goal. I think that's a good bet at just under even money. OK, and England to win anyway. I mean, they're at home. You'd expect them to nothing.
Go and win.
1 to 7 is we don't advise bets like that because it's too skinny.
Just too skinny.
No, and we're not
Stephen
going on.
Craig doesn't go anywhere near that.
We're not going on Asians for Slovenia because we don't fancy them.
OK.